What is up, rockers? Welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms content here. Today we have actually spent about $529 in KVK crystals alone. Now that's not even considering on how much we have spent so far with the bundles of the winter event. As you can see, there's a winter event. We haven't really calculated that. The $529 is all basically the crystals. And I'm going to show you where my crystal progression is. Now, this is also considering my crystal trigger bundles. And Powerpuff is sending us resources right now. I should say thank you to him. We did some battle testing, and I'm going to show you, well, we did a battle duel. I'm going to show you the tech that I have compared to his tech, and how much is $500 right now worth without the troop boost benefit, basically just the tech level right now. Now let me show you what I got for $529, and this is something that you can do as well if you're spending money in the game. Now keep in mind, spending money in Rise of Kingdoms can rack up so quick, so make sure that you watch how you're spending. Spend what you can only afford. Now I spend money into the game because I have fun. This is also part of my content, and I really enjoy doing this. Now, spending into the game is completely voluntary. I do this on my own accord because, like I said, I find enjoyment on the game. Nani? Alright, so here is my technology. Oh, wait, let me talk about my building right now. I have maxed out my crystal mine to level 25, and I would really suggest, if you're upgrading your buildings in here, is to focus on your crystal mine first, because the workload can be increased after you have maxed out the crystal mine, which is very important. And this is what I did for $529 spending on the crystal for Rise of Kingdoms. So I have maxed out my crystal mine. I have also maxed out my research center. So this is not even considering all the bastions that I've done, because I was really waiting to upgrade my crystal research center for my bastions, favor, and crystal rewards as well. And I haven't really done a lot of Kahar as well. So Kahar or Kafar? I think it's Kahar. So I haven't really done a lot of Kahar as well. I've got 6 here, and we're gonna do them as I finish my research, and that's gonna also give me more crystals. So right now I still have 3 million crystals in here for spending $529 in Rise of Kingdoms. So the technology that I have right now, I have progressed all the way here. I did not max these out yet, but imagine the amount of speed ups that I'm also consuming, amount of research speed up. So here is what I have currently. We have level 6 of the grinding 2. And as I move forward to here, you're gonna see that I actually worked on the action point recovery. Now, this is not something that I would recommend for everyone. You can totally skip this because you're consuming a lot of crystals as well in here, as you can see. You can totally skip this part if you don't want to. Now, if you are going to be the rally leader, the defender, and you're going to have a high war technology, this is going to be essential for you to get into the skillful operation. Right now, for my $529, I'm just kind of trying to figure out how much do we really need to push for technology if the war starts, and depending on whether we're going to lead or if we're losing. I want to estimate. It's kind of hard actually to see if we're going to dominate or we're going to fold. We don't want to invest way too much. So really in the first set is to really focus on the fundamental technology. Get your fundamental technology. These are very important. The treaties is going to provide you crystal earned as you complete bastion quest. We're now at level 7. I'm gonna stop from here for now. Level 7 as well for the cultural exchange, so that we can gain favor. Now I did work on my action point recovery because I really want to grind the barbarians in here. As you can see, I have a 10% rune as well. Right now our recovery speed bonus is 133%. That's actually a lot. Oh my god! Wow! Now let's go into my war tech. On my war tech, as you can see, we actually maxed out all these already, and we're progressing towards the plunder. To really further into the tourniquets, you need to basically max out your Call of the Arms. To max out the Call of the Arms, you need everything maxed out in here. Now, the plunder, as I'm working through this, after I finish 5, I am going to start defeating Kahars. And my, wanting goals, not sure yet if we're gonna achieve that goal. I really want to at least get the troop capacity in here to level 10, hopefully, and get the rallied army as well to level 10. Then I think at that point I will probably stop. Depending on how much by then for crystals, I probably don't even need the plunder 2 by then if I have excess amount of crystals. We will see what's my progression going to be for this one. Now, to be honest, I don't know how much more crystals we're going to be needing as we're progressing towards here, and as the war starts in the maybe 4 or 5 days from now. I don't know how far I'm gonna get with my military technology. I'm hoping that I would at least get the Call of the Arms and maybe a few of the marching order. Now I want to show you the battle duel that me and Power Puff Paps did, and you can see how much difference the tech that I have right now. All right, so he's not really a spender in here. As you can see, the technology that he has currently for the war tech is this. And wow, look at how much resources this guy has. Insane. Okay, so that's the technology that he has right now. I have way better technology than him. We did fight archer versus infantry. Although he has a very good equipment. He has a few legendary equipment for the infantry. So I just have, we kept the equipments to just test it out and cap the troop amount. So as you can see, the equipment that I have is the revival set for the archers. The battle is quite insane. We have Ramses and YSG going against Richard and Alexander. This is about 150k troops and T5. And as you can see in this battle is that Ramses and YSG is having a difficulty in here. I mean, we're gonna win this battle, but as you can see with the battle in here, it's taking too long and we're not able to annihilate quick and defeat that infantry march. He does have an amazing legendary equipment, and just by looking at it right now, I can tell you right now that it is insane. And this is an F2P player. He has 2 legendary equipment. He has the Eternal Knight and he has the Shio's Boots, which is actually, he crit that one. And he has a bunch of epics and he has the shield as the weapon. As you can see really in here, it's amazing. The tech difference that I have is the one pushing me to succeed. If I didn't have the tech, I probably would have lost. Now this is at the cap 150 to 150. Now in the actual battle here in the Heroic Anthem, it's going to be a little bit different. Why? Because the whales will have massive troop boost, and that's what's going to separate the F2P that has good items or good equipments and decent technology from the pay to wins. So as I was telling him, yeah, this is nice right now. You're definitely gonna be able to withstand or hold your ground in the fights in Heroic Anthem, but once you see the whales with higher and excessively amount of boost and troop capacity in the battlefield, that's where you're going to have a difficulty. So what if you don't have $529? Can you still have fun? Yes, you can still. So today actually I've sent a mail to the Alliance and I'm asking about the free-to-play, low spender. What are their approaches to the game? And I still have to go through them, but we can kind of review some of the stuff that people have sent me right now. So right now Judy have sent me so the mine is level 19 and level 14 for the research center, and how they're working towards it is like this one. Still in the progression, it's a little bit difficult progression. As you can see, this is definitely a free to play. 34 gems only, 200k crystals, and that's a little bit of a struggle of the free to play in the Heroic Anthem, as you know. The progression for them is going to be a little bit way more slower than the player who are going to be spending into the game. As you can see, the treaties are one. So really, if you're free to play, you need to work first with the treaty and the cultural exchange so you can get more crystals as you defeat these bastions. So let's take a look at the military tech as well. So she is slowly working as well for the military tech. The progression is not as far as what we have currently. But the strategy is to level up the mine and focus on the research that improve the cost and production of crystal, which is very good. So there's also more stuff in here from Knipe. Level of the crystal is level 16. Level of the crystal research is 11. So key thing in here as a free-to-play, if you are not spending or low spender, focus on the crystal mine first because that's very important. The level of crystal research center is 11. And the screenshot is going to be on the chat. And the strategy is that I would fit quite well to increase crystal income first, which is very good. I don't know what my best strategy for, I guess, for the research. And I think as I am a low spender, I have bought daily crystal income package and 2 the crystal. Okay, so as a low spender, I would really recommend, even for the medium spender or the big spenders in here, is to actually purchase a premium season crystal supply. Why? Just because when you purchase this, you're not only getting this crystal supply, you're also getting a crystal mine work speed plus 50%. And you can see that as I click through. Oh, the game is buggy. So as you can see, currently we have 59%. The 9% is from the bastion, and that 50% is from that supply depot bundle that you can purchase. Now, also, if you want to look into what buff you're getting from the bastion, you can go to the economic buff and go to the bottom, and as you can see, crystal mine work speed from bastion is 9% and premium season crystal supply is 50%, and we got disconnected. There's a lot of things that you can do, like as a free to play. If you're not spending that much money into the game, $529 so far, so how much is it gonna cost me to max this out? Let's say I double the spending. Let's say I spend about $1,000 in here. How much would it really help me to progress? And like, let's do this real quick. I have 315 workload in there. How much would it really cost to progress in here entirely? So as of December 25th, I've spent $529. Would $1,000 be enough to get this into the max level? With, of course, the production, but at what cost is it? Also with the speed ups that we currently have, right? I would expect maybe around $2,000 to get full tech, maybe with the, you know, crystal mine production as well, and doing all the bastions and stuff, because I believe it gets really expensive as we go further along the line. Or maybe I'm over exaggerating $2,000, maybe about $1,500, I would say. But as we progress, we will see. At the meantime, I want to let you guys know, as you're progressing into the technology, be considerate on how you're going to push. Don't push way too fast, too soon. Push a little bit and see how the war is going to be. If it's going to be a very difficult war, then push more. But if it's going to be relatively easy and you're going to dominate, your kingdom is going to dominate, I would say just hold off and focus onto the economic technology. Maybe put more into the action point recovery, and get some benefit by defeating barbarians. Get those loots. The loots are pretty nice, especially for the materials. I like the material loots. The loots are pretty nice. As you can see, we're getting materials in here. It allows us to grind faster and build an equipment. Now, we will create more videos about Heroic Anthem to guide you guys to success, and what our progression and what are the things that we could have done better as well, as we're learning through this first KVK Heroic Anthem. Now, if you want to see more Rise of Kingdoms Heroic Anthem video, subscribe to the channel and turn your notification on, and I will see you again next time. Thank you for watching this content. Hopefully you find it very helpful, and I will see you again, rockers, later, because you are now a true rocker after watching this video.